Hi, I'm John Hornick. Welcome to my Italian Faves series. I asked my wife Sarah to make a guest appearance to make her pasta with white clam sauce and prosciutto, which I love. You might be surprised that I love it with canned clams. There's a reason. I'm not crazy about white clam sauce that uses fresh clams in the shell because you never get enough clams, and I like a lot of clams. So Sarah uses chopped canned clams and canned white clam sauce. I'll take this over fresh clams in the shell any day. This is one of my favorite go-to comfort dishes, which Sarah makes with either angel hair, which she prefers, or linguine, which I prefer. So let's start cooking. Okay, I've asked my wife Sarah to make her linguine with white clam sauce because I love it. And what I love about it is that it uses canned clams. I don't like using fresh clams because you don't get enough clams. So I'm going to ask the chef tonight what she's doing step by step. What are you doing right now?
I'm boiling water.
Okay.
And basically I am just putting in a bunch of olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper in the water. And I'm just going to let it come to a boil.
Okay, honey, what are we doing next?
Okay, well, while the water is coming to a boil, normally what I do is I just plop everything into pan and let it boil. And honestly, I don't even take the water out of here. I like to use a kind of a mixture of both chopped clams and the minced clams. If you don't want to use the mixture.
Okay, so we had a can of white clam sauce.
Yeah, so here we got white clam sauce.
Yeah, and then a can of
I've got chopped clams and minced clams.
So that's a lot of clams. I love it. I love
it's only a lot of clams for you.
The more clams, the better.
So all I do really is just empty it all into here, and I just kind of let it come to a boil and reduce, which is why I don't empty out any of the liquid. Otherwise, I would just have to be adding water. I do add sometimes a little bit extra olive oil, but honestly, when I make this, I kind of wing it. So I just kind of wait and see how much it's reduced, and if it's too much, I add some more olive oil, or I'll add a tiny bit of water, and then at the end, once I toss the pasta in and it's ready, I actually throw the pasta into the water. Okay, so this is boiling. I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit and really let it just keep simmering away, and it's gonna reduce. I didn't mean to say, one thing I don't do is I don't add any salt when I do this. Mostly because there's plenty of salt that's already in all of the clam jars or cans. Okay, so John taught me this great little trick to chop up prosciutto because it always sticks together. So in order for it not to stick together, here goes. Okay, so this is reducing a lot. So I'm just gonna add a little olive oil to it. I don't know, maybe like, what's that, about a tablespoon?
That much, yeah.
Yeah, about a tablespoon.
About that much, right.
And I'm gonna reduce it now, just do a simmer. Give it a little stir just to mix it all in there. And check on my water, which is still not boiling, but it'll get there.
Okay.
And meantime, I'm also gonna throw the prosciutto in. So, I chopped up about 4 slices of prosciutto. I tried to take a lot of the fat off of it before I chopped it up. And again, this is another reason why I don't add salt, because the prosciutto has plenty of salt in it. If it does turn out that it's a little bit too salty for your taste, just add water. But it's getting to be a nice consistency. John likes it a little soupy, so I'm gonna leave it a little bit soupy.
Okay, chef, what are we doing now?
Alrighty, well, I've got water boiling. So I measured this out, and I'm just gonna throw it in here and let it go. Package, so here's the thing. If this were you cooking, it would be like 10 seconds on here because you'd be making fresh pasta. I, on the other hand, got it out of a box. And my favorite is to use angel hair, but you really like linguine, and the traditional way is linguine, so I've got linguine. And honestly, the package says 10 to 12 minutes. I'm just gonna check it in a little while, and you know, when it's done, I can throw it against a wall and it's gonna stick. That's pretty much how I know it's done. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna mix up this. It's got a little bit of a skin on it, so which is not a bad thing. It's just a little olive oil on it. So I'm just kind of mixing it up again. And I'm using the slotted spoon because at the very end I'm going to dig out all the good stuff and pop it into a bowl. Okay, so I think we're about finished. I mean, I can tell by looking at it, it's nice and floppy, so that's good. And I do actually throw it against the wall. Should I do that or just take my word for it? It does stick if you try it. You may not want to do that in your kitchen. If you don't want to do that in your kitchen, you can just give a little pinch off and try it. And it's perfectly done. Okay. So I'm gonna turn off the water, and I'm just gonna drain this for a second, and then I'll come right back. All right. I got a jumper.
Sometimes they try to escape.
They do indeed. Okay. All right. That should do. Okay. I'm just gonna come back over to the oven real quick, or to the stove real quick, and I'm gonna toss this in here. Okay. I like to toss it in there. You don't have to, but I like to just let it sit in there for a minute or two and get it all nice and coated, and the liquid can soak into the noodles just a little bit more. And I don't know if I said it or not, but I told you about the cooking time that was pretty accurate on the back of the box, but I also did the measurement, which was 2 ounces per person. Doesn't sound like a lot, but pasta expands. So, okay. Now it's time to plate up. Okay, I am ready to plate up. I'm going to use this spoon, my slotted spoon, just to get out most of the goodies first. Okay, so most of the goodies. Now I'm just going to get another spoon and just start spooning the sauce. And like I said, John likes his a little bit soupier than I like mine. So he gets more sauce, which is actually really nice if you're doing something like making garlic bread with it. It's great for dunking. Okay, it's as soupy as I want, and there we go. That should do it. Last but not least, a little bit of Parmesan.
So some people say you're not supposed to put Parmesan with shellfish, but I personally love it. So I always garnish mine with some
grated Parmesan.
Freshly grated or grated Parmesan cheese. Sarah likes the
I like the shaved stuff.
Shaved stuff. Yeah.
So he gets that, and I get a little bit of the shaved parm. Okay.
Okay, there we have it. That is Sarah's linguine or angel hair pasta with white clam sauce. You can see photos of the final dish at my Instagram, which is at Chef's Apprentice, Cook Like a Pro. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.